C1. You are listening at FameTV.info. Outside the Civil Administration Bureau. Fu Nuan, I think we are still not suitable, so, I'm sorry, I can't marry you. Jiang Yuqing looked at her with a dull face, as if he had become a different person. Fu Nuan thought she had heard wrongly. What did you say? Last month, he had proposed to her. Today, she was carrying her own family's money and stole their account. She had originally planned to register with him, but now he said that it wasn't appropriate. I already have someone I like. Who do you like? After Fu Nuan finished asking, Jiang Yuqing had a bit of hesitation, then said, It's your sister. Sister, how could she have a sister? She followed Jiang Yuqing's gaze and looked over, only to see Jiang Yuqing's car parked beside hers, and a woman sitting in the front passenger seat. It was obvious that she came with him, and only after staring for a long while could she see that it was Fu Sairu. That's not right. Rather than Fu Sairu, it would be better to call him Lin Sairu. After all, her mother hadn't married into the Fu family yet. Fu Nuan was silent for a moment, his expression still relatively calm. You like her? How is she stronger than me? You can't act coquettishly, you can't be intimate with each other. You and I aren't lovers at all, but on the contrary, we're like good friends. The more we get along, the more bitter I feel, until I meet Sairu. She's great. That night we got drunk together, and I'm responsible for her. Fu Nuan's body shook slightly as he closed his eyes. They had already gone to bed. So what if she split her legs? And she still had to force herself on her. Is that your reason? Not all. I once wanted to marry you, but you made me very disappointed. Your family's condition is very good, yet you gave up on inheriting the company and chose to become a teacher. You know that my career is strong, so we aren't suitable for you to continue on like this. Jiang Yuqing spoke in a righteous tone. It's fake if it's inappropriate. You value my dad's company more, right? Fu Nuan was fair and clean, and had a beautiful face. At this moment, she was smiling. Her bright and beautiful face had an ironic smile. Jiang Yuqing, my dad dotes on me, so he will never force me to do anything he doesn't like. Furthermore, I am not someone who is qualified to take over the company, so he is waiting for me to marry him and give the company to my husband to manage. Jiang Yuqing was stunned, surprise clear in his eyes. Fu Nuan's eyes were sore. He had so much against her that if he had not told her, perhaps they would be legally married by now. What a pity. He, Jiang Yuqing, had calculated it and missed it. Lin Sairu lied. Her father had only one daughter, and she had been single for more than 10 years without a break until half a year ago when she had advised him to find another wife because she was afraid he would be lonely after their marriage. That person was Lin Sairu's mother. Lin Sairu was the child of her mother and her ex-husband, and wasn't even related to her by blood at all. When he was in love, Fu Nuan rarely mentioned about his family's matters, so Jiang Yuqing didn't even know about all these. Since you like my sister, then I won't force you. We will part ways here, but Jiang Yuqing, I hope that the truth will go according to your plan. Jiang Yuqing's mouth twitched. What do you mean? Fu Nuan ignored her and turned to leave. Jiang Yuqing was her first boyfriend. Before him, her relationship was as clean as white paper. As he said, she would not act coquettishly and not act affectionately. However, he had always been a gentleman and never forced her to marry him. Last month, he proposed marriage to her and she agreed to it. If he did this to her, why did she remind him? Just treat it as her love affair of the past few years having all been fed to dogs. When he passed by the cars, he rolled down the window and looked at her apologetically. Big sister, Luqing has the right to pursue love. We're family, and I can't bear to keep you in the dark. This is all my fault, don't blame him. Fu Nuan was a little angry in his heart, but his expression became even colder. All right, I won't blame him, I'll blame you. While Lin Sairu was stunned, Fu Nuan immediately took out his phone and sent a WeChat message to Fu Zhao. Dad, I'll go back on my word. I don't want you to marry that auntie, I don't like her. Listen to the full novel at FameTV.info, direct link in the description.